So I always had the entrepreneurial spirit inside of me. But because for so many years, I was on the streets. I left home when I was 14, had a daughter when I was 16, and by the time I was 18, I had a full-blown crippling drug addiction. So for years, I was struggling, homeless, hopeless, until in a bathroom in 2008, I was hunched over a toilet seat, just completely empty. Not only in my heart, but in my soul, in my mind. I had no idea where I was going next, what I was gonna do with my life. And again, I had these ideas, and I always did in my mind, my heart. I just had this spirit, but it had been buried so far down inside of me because of what I'd been through. And so I was in this bathroom, and I just got this moment of clarity that what I was doing was not what I was born to do, and that there was a bigger purpose for me, that I could potentially, and there was just a small sliver of hope, turn this catastrophic situation around and turn my life and all of the things that I had struggled through into my strengths. And I stood up because I was kind of hunched over, kneeled down over this toilet, and looked in this mirror. And I can remember for the first time in a long time just feeling that gift of desperation, that I was willing to do whatever it took to change my life. And as I got clean, because I did back in 2008, and I entered long-term recovery, and I started to change my life around, and I moved in with my dad, and eventually we actually moved into this house right here. And it is a small shanty, very little room to move around in. And this was when my entrepreneur spirit started to kind of blossom. And I went from working construction with him, which was totally cool and I'm extremely grateful for, to having ideas in my head. And I started to find business opportunities and products and services to sell. And of course I was struggling because I didn't know how to market, I didn't know how to sell, I didn't know how to position myself, I didn't know who my customers were. I was just trying to sell to everybody. And so I discovered the internet, and it was not brand new at that time, but it was brand new to me, and I started to try to market my products online. And I wanted to share my story, and I wanted to share my ideas, but I didn't quite know how to package my message in a way that took all of this kind of discombobulated mess and turn it into a message. And one day I got a call, and I did my best to do that, to just kind of throw my story out there. And it ended up being my best sales day ever. And even though I was terrified, I had no idea if I was going to get rejected, if people were going to think that I was crazy and not want to do business with me, it ended up being the best decision that I ever made. And from that day forward, I had a breakthrough. So let me tell you what that breakthrough over the last 5 years has actually done for me. I've been able to go from someone who never traveled to traveling all over the world, seeing places that I only saw in textbooks when I was in school before I dropped out in 9th grade, to traveling to places like Rome and getting engaged there, to Amsterdam, to Singapore, all over South America and all over the United States, to walk onto a car lot and drive away with my dream vehicle, to move into my dream home and even buy homes cash. All of this has been a result of one simple thing: understanding how to package my story and my ideas into a message that influences, inspires, and compels people to want to buy my products and services online. I want this same thing for you, and I want you to know that it's possible. But if we want to create those type of results for you, we've really got to acknowledge some hard truths, that with everything that's available today and everybody looking to get you on their agenda, there is so much information and so many people yelling for your attention that it can be overwhelming. It can be stressful if you're trying to transition into becoming an entrepreneur, or if you're an existing entrepreneur who's trying to take your business to the next level. Not to mention balancing business with health and family. After creating some of the most impactful information courses and educational curriculum for entrepreneurs and marketers over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, I really wanted to see how I could help people get even better results. And what I had found out through coaching and consulting people over the course of the last several years is that when I really have the time and the ability to get in front of somebody one-on-one or in a small group is when I really truly have the biggest impact. For me, it's also where I've had a lot of my breakthroughs. I've had a lot of my breakthroughs when I put myself in an environment to where I was fully immersed in an atmosphere to where I could think and expand my vision and also be mentored by somebody who had been there before, who had actually done it and could show me, hey, Dave, you need to tweak this. You should set this up like this. Oh, you should tweak your story. You should package it like this. That's where I had my breakthroughs. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to gift the same opportunity and experience to you because I know that that's where you're going to get your biggest results. So I created what I call the Legendary Entrepreneur Intensive. And this is not just any seminar or event. This is an experience to where you come with me to an exotic location somewhere around the country and you spend 4 days with me and we delve deep into you, your story, your message, your ideas, who your perfect customer is, and how to position yourself and your offer in a way that's irresistible to people and separates you from your competition. How to create a conversion machine that's simple, that's not overwhelming, that you can handle and converts people into your process so you can make money and make an impact. My friend, this is obviously something I'm excited about because we've done it before and the results have been amazing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you some of the feedback that we got from some of the previous workshops that we've done. And what I can tell you is that the results that I've seen out of this experience has been far greater than anything that I've ever done personally before. So I'd like to extend an invitation for you to take action. Spots are extremely limited, and there's a possibility that even if you're seeing this video, they're already taken. So I'd encourage you to take action. I'd encourage you to step into your purpose. I'd encourage you to just fathom for a second what it might be like if you could take your story and take an idea that you have or an existing product that you're already selling and package it in a way that not only starts to make you what you deserve, but also allows you to have the impact on people that you really want to have. I want you to imagine what it'd be like to have a life that's beyond your wildest dreams, to not have to worry about money. I want you to imagine what it'd be like to be able to travel, to get up, to put money down on your child's college education, even if your child isn't born yet. I'd like you to imagine what it'd be like to not have any more debt and to have money rolling in on a daily basis, whether you work or not. I'd like you to imagine what it'd be like if you could feel fulfilled when you laid your head down on your pillow every night, knowing that you went out there and made a difference, that your message is moving people, it's inspiring people, it's making a difference. Well, that is not too far out of reality. And it can be real for you. It's been real for me. It's been real for tens of thousands of people all over the world. And I want to guarantee that it happens for you. So again, I'd like to invite you to the Legendary Entrepreneur Intensive that's an experience like no other, where we can create a blueprint for you in your business to make money and make an impact, leave a legacy, and build something that you can be proud of and makes a huge difference. This is Dave Sharpe. There's a link or information here somewhere around. I hope you take advantage of this. Spaces always fill up fast, and I'd love to have you. I'll talk to you soon.
I already kind of had a sense like I wanted to go into the high ticket route, but I just didn't believe that I could do it a little bit because we all have limiting beliefs. And I thought maybe like, I was only introduced to the low ticket world and I just didn't believe, am I worth that? But just coming to this event, like, I realized, I can do it. I can do it.
I've been following Dave for a long time, and I felt that his expertise could really take my business to the next level.
I would recommend anybody no matter what level they're at in their business, to come to a workshop like this, because whether you're brand new and you're just starting out, or whether you've been in the game for a long time, you're gonna walk away with something to take back, something to implement, as well as a new group of friends and people that you can learn from. So it's not the Dave Sharpe show. It's everybody here is here to learn and contribute value, including Dave himself. He took the time to listen to us and learn from us, as well as share the value and experiences that he's had. So I would say, whether, if you're brand new and you have no idea where to get started, I mean, here's a great place to get a game plan, not just a game plan, but a real step-by-step process to get started. Or if you've been in your business for a long time, here's a place where you can come through and maybe see things from a different perspective, from somebody else who's also ran something that, $100 million business. What could you learn from somebody who's done over $100 million in sales? What could that do for your business?
I wanted something different. So if you keep doing the same thing and don't take a risk, you're just going to stay in the same place. If you take a risk and realize that you're going to be different, and you've invested in something like this, you're going to make sure you walk away with something.
I would recommend, not everybody, but people who are willing and ready to take their business to the next level and ready to be kicked in the behind and be held accountable. I would recommend any of those people to get down to be with David. And I think you can feel safe in the environment that you're going to be in. And also the people who will join you, I think you can count on those people supporting you also in his workshops. They're small enough, and all the people are, you find out that a lot of people have the same issues you have. In fact, almost exactly the same in terms of confidence and just taking their things to the next level. And so, yeah, I think it's a very safe environment, and I would recommend it highly to those people who are ready.
Yeah, I'd really, really highly recommend Dave Sharpe's workshop, just because, what you're gonna get is you might think, okay, well, I'm gonna pay this much money or that much money, but what you're gonna get is just so much more. You're not only gonna get, Dave Sharpe live in person, but he's also gonna open your brain up to a whole nother way of thinking. And again, what I said earlier, the people who are in the workshop with you are just really, I see them as becoming part of my growth in my business for years and years and years to come.